Food and Wine Channel. Today we are at the Radissonblu Hotel, Waterfront in Cape Town, and we're going to be talking about the Cape Legends Inter-Hotel Challenge. And with me I've got Executive Chef G.Kennedy. Grant, good morning, and thank you for your time.
Okay.
And we wanted to know a little bit more about your interaction in relation to the show cook. We know this is your second time round. Can you give us a little bit of background about yourself, some highlights of how you ended up from where you come and how you ended up here at the Radissonblu?
Well, this Inter-Hotel Challenge, Annette Kessler approached me, and last year it was a regional challenge with 5 hotels in Cape Town, and I know Annette Kessler from the chef's college that I used to train at, and Annette was also a lecturer there, so we've known each other for a very, very long time. Mentoring students, training students is my passion. I've gone all over the world and always had trainees and students, stuff like it. When I came back from overseas, I came to Cape Town and I joined the Chef's College and for 5 years. So I've mentored hundreds of young chefs and I absolutely love it. So coming into something like this, being a mentor, being passionate about it, is something which really comes naturally for me. And last year we did okay. It was a lot of learning from the first time around. This year it's way bigger. It's gone national, so it's the whole country. Joburg, Durban, and Cape Town.
So the heat is on.
Yeah, some phenomenal hotels involved, and yeah, so definitely.
Are you going to be competing with chefs that you've worked alongside before? Are there any people that you specifically want to beat in this competition?
Well, obviously, there's a lot of hotels. I really don't want to name names, but if you want to get past or win it, you're really taking on the best of the best in the country as chefs. It's something that I'm really looking forward to. We're in it to win it this year. We've selected an awesome young candidate in Burton Leo, and Burton, he's had quite a couple of years' experience in the industry. He started quite a while back at Steenberg Golf Club. And there was a chef there that he, I think his name was Gar, if I'm not mistaken, took him under his wing and showed him quite a bit. Then Burton, he's gone overseas, he's worked on luxury ships, came back to Cape Town, and then 3 years ago when I joined Radissonblu Cape Town Hotel.
So you almost joined together at the same time. You started your careers here together.
I think he was here a year and a bit before me. But when he was here, he's got a phenomenal eye for detail. I've always watched how he does things, and he's just got this raw talent.
How do you approach your training? Do you have a specific way of trying to hone that eye for detail? How do you go about it? You're not dictatorial at all. What do you do?
In the very beginning, when I first started training, when my first exec chef position or sous chefs, I always had this idea of that's how it must be done, and you do it my way, because with my, you could probably say, ignorance or immaturity at that time, what was easy to me, I believed it was easy for everyone. So I didn't actually look at the individual's training needs. When I joined the Chef's College, it was a serious eye-opener for me. And I've honed my skills in that, which is someone's strengths could be another person's weaknesses. So I've learned to actually to look at that. Obviously allow them freedom to grow in their strengths and give them everything they need to better their weaknesses. That's something that I've done, and I've taken Burton and under my wing in that way.
Okay. What I want to ask you as well is, how do you approach the competition now? I'm talking about when you guys go and do the final menu. You obviously wine is involved. So what is the approach there? Do you guys decide, okay, it's red wine, it must be meat, or do you actually get the wine in and design the menu around that without giving away too much? What would be your approach, and do you do it alongside with the candidate, or do you basically decide by yourself and then he gets trained on that menu?
Yeah, you know, food and wine is obviously, and writing menus and pairing is something that I do. I mean, I'm quite passionate about that as well. Obviously, I could easily take the wine, design a menu for them, but that's not the whole purpose of this. The whole purpose is to allow the candidates to get the whole experience. So we've drawn a phenomenal, excellent wine farm. And the whole purpose of this is to take the two candidates, the sommelier and the chef, and go out to the wine farm. Go from obviously picking the grape all the way to the bottle, so they understand the whole process of the winemaking. Obviously, for the sommelier, he's going to get more in depth in that. But for the chef, it's all about understanding the flavors, the techniques, and using that into the food. Burton will definitely go. I will join them on their first one, and we will taste the whole variety of wines. Once we decided the wines that we like, then we'll take those back, and from those wines we will obviously create a menu.
That's very interesting. So you actually go and select the wine with the winemaker and the team, and you work together as a team.
Absolutely,
when you approach it.
Absolutely.
Okay, very good. Can you maybe just give me a little bit more background of Burton? Where does he come from? Why is he, as far as you're concerned, the ideal candidate? Why is he going to be the guy that's going to make you guys take the winning? Yeah.
Well, obviously, looking at from last year and this year, how the competition has grown, and just all the effort that's been put into it. Obviously, there's a phenomenal prize. The winner goes to the Taj Hotel in India, spends time there. It's just really, really good. It's great exposure for them and their career. Burton has put a lot of effort into it, into the time he's been with us. I am the regional master F&B trainer for Radissonblu, Sub-Saharan Africa, and I went around the country training the new M&E concept of brain food. And I had to take someone with me as a second, someone who can do the food, someone who can, do all the hard work in the kitchen behind the scenes while I was actually doing the lectures. And I chose Burton, and so he traveled with me. He did awesomely well. A guy I can always rely on. His presentation skills, his technique is very, very good.
Is he cool-headed though? Can he stand the heat in the kitchen?
Very, very cool-headed. He's got a little bit of a confident swagger, which is always very good. As long as you can obviously pull that through into the actual finished product, and he's got that. Burton never had the opportunities to go and do formal training. He didn't go to top chefs colleges, and I believe he deserves something like that. A great young guy.
Now, if you cultivate this star, aren't you scared you're going to lose it?
No. The way that I actually, progressed in my career is that I went and worked in different places, and I grew and I moved and I learned from as many people as possible. It's one thing with me, and I've always been like it, is that I develop and allow them to take the next step forward. I will never ever hold someone back from growth in their career because of my personal, wanting to keep them back in my kitchen. Yeah, of course, I'd like to take him, but I would love him to grow and to develop into the chef that he can be. I would never hold a guy back,
right.
Never.
Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
It's been most enjoyable, and good luck to you guys. Eh?
Awesome, man. It's a winner, eh? Burton.
Cheers.
Okay, take it. Thanks.